What's up, everybody? Thank y'all. I'm trying to do a live. It's a little bit earlier today. Um, I saw some prayer requests from Stardust as soon as I came in just a second ago, and we will definitely pray for your mother. I'm so sorry you're going through that. Um, so wanted to tell you guys before I forget, make sure you hit the bell, um, and make sure your notifications are set to all. If you're still not getting notifications, sometimes you have to unsubscribe and then subscribe back. But I saw some people saying finally got finally got a notification, so that's good. I have a migraine, so bear with me. Um, so I got some big news on the Richard case, and I got some pretty good stuff that we're going to go over with Summer's case. But if you're not familiar and you haven't followed us or you haven't watched anything we did on Richard Honaker, I'm going to tell you right now, social media can make a difference. Let me find my phone real quick. Oh no, knock over everything. Yeah, migraines suck. That's why I got my sunglasses on my head because I got this ring light right here and I'm not feeling it. Trying to see what other sunglasses I got over there that might be a little better. Anyway, so if you haven't followed us with the Richard Honaker case, Richard Timothy Honaker, his family was on. I guess it was about a week and a half ago, maybe not that long. Anyway, he went missing last year, and people had searched. His family had searched for him right around the house, which was one of his favorite places to go and just get away from everybody. He liked to be outdoors. And so in between where he lived and where his sister lived, he was able to walk through the woods. And he had a little spot he liked to chill there. Well, that place was searched by the family multiple times. Law enforcement didn't want to didn't really want to help and, refused search and rescue efforts and everything. Well, 11 months later, they find him in that same area where the family had searched multiple times. And not only did they find him, they found another body, which is completely strange. So law enforcement wanted to say that he fell, and and that's what was the cause of death. Okay, so the other guy they found had disappeared. I think it was a few months later after he disappeared, and he was just 50 feet away. Long story short, go back and watch those live streams if you want to see that whole story. I have a playlist where we cover that case, and then we go, speak to the family about it, show everything about that. So let me read the message from one of the family members. Let me pull it up real quick. This is amazing right here. Okay, so the investigator over Richard's case started asking questions and asked the wife who this cracking cases show was, and in that it tried to play, tried to cause problems. Said that we were us and the family were bashing the wife, so to speak. And the wife said, no, they didn't. I watched it already. Well, he says, this is going great, Cam. I want to thank you and Allie for everything you do in his case and others. I'm headed to see, he had his first grandson in Florida, and he said, I wanted to let you know that great job. So I asked again. He said the investigator told the wife that the family is saying that the oldest, so they're just putting out, I can't talk about all of it yet. We're going to go over that at a later date and time. I'm just going to tell you that things are happening in this case. So this is going to open up things. They pretty much are not happy. And this is all the family wanted. They didn't feel like it was getting taken seriously. So, his case didn't get any media attention. It takes just a little bit, like just a little bit of attention for sometimes. And I should have added this in. So Richard had a past. He had been out of trouble for years, since 2014, completed probation, was raising two kids that weren't his, one which was autistic, and was really trying to put a new foot, a new foot forward into a new life. He was doing really good. Is game on? What are you asking? Is that, yeah, LE investigator is who came to the wife asking questions. So that means that they are probably going to start looking into things again. Well, I'm not going to give. I can say this. So the investigator said to the wife that brought up a potential suspect, after they had said that the cause of death was a fall. And I'm going to wait for the family. I'm going to talk to them before I release any of that information. But now they're talking about suspects and everything. So we're going to continue to cover that case. And I pray that he gets justice, because, regardless if you have a past or if you're a good person or a bad person, everybody, deserves a fair investigation, a thorough investigation where everything is looked at. And he didn't get that. I because of Summer's case, we didn't get to get down there like we wanted to. And I really regret that, because I believe that we could have found him if he was in the location the whole time. I believe when they first reached out, if we would have took that trip down there, things, we might have been able to locate him sooner. But that was the thing. The family doesn't feel like he was in that same place the whole time. We showed pictures of the things that were in his pocket. They were dirty. His pants were clean. The brother-in-law said we bought the same pair of Mossy Oak hunting pants at the same time. His looked newer than mine do. And, he was supposed to be out in the elements for 11 months. I don't know. Just a lot of bad stuff that don't make sense. You know what? It's not us. If it, Rock Jim said, thank y'all for making a difference. If it wasn't for you guys watching us, then it wouldn't it wouldn't be a big deal. Because if we didn't have as many of you guys paying attention, then, you get what I'm saying? I don't think that it would have as a big of impact as it would if, we were, at another level in this right now. So I pray that things are going to start turning around with that. Okay. I didn't see, let me go back and see what I missed from you guys. I need to, because I can't, like, my eyes are feeling like they're going to cross soon. Head's hurting. Somebody said to put an ice pack. See, I'm not even clicking on comments. Migraines kill me. Thank you guys for coming in here. And, everybody's at work, I'm sure. And I should have probably waited till later, but you know what? I got things to do this evening, so I did it when I could get it done. Okay, game on. That's what the family's thinking. I'm going to have to lower these for a second. That ring light is killing me. If you're just coming in, I'm wearing these because I got a headache, so I'm not making a fashion statement, I promise. So, before I start going over the summer stuff, I want to talk about. Okay, so whatever's going on in true crime right now is crazy. These people threatening each other and all this fighting, it's out of hand. Um, I saw it on a couple of people's channels the other night, and I was like, my gosh, guys, I mean, that's not what matters. There's not just one case that we can cover. I can find so much more things to spend my time on than to fight with another creator. It's not worth my time. And I want to make something really clear right now. And I keep seeing this and people saying this. I do not care what people say about me. People are getting it way wrong. I might say things about what other people say, but it doesn't bother me that bad. I know where I am, and that's okay. But so the live we did with that, with where me and Chasing and Allie and that one woman came up the other night, that wasn't about drama. I was proving a point that people put information out there with their opinions and how they feel their strong opinions as facts. And when I asked her that, I said, please tell me some of the factual basis that, some of the facts you base your theory off of. And, when she answered me, I said, that's your opinion. And she said, well, I mean, it is what it is. I know that's the fact. And I said, well, you don't know because there's no evidence that's all I was doing. Turn your light off. You don't want. Oh, look, this right here. I'm going to see what it'll look like without it. See, I can't. Let me turn it down a little bit. That's a little better. Yeah, I'm going to. I cut my son's hair last night, and I was really proud of it. That's what I'm going to do after I get done cut my own hair. But he wanted to grow his hair out long, but he was looking so shaggy, and I was going to let him do what he wanted to do. But my mom talked him into, I pretty much gave him the Justin Bieber haircut, long on top. Oh man, if it wasn't the way this freaking true crime community is, I would. Hey Raybird, hey Oha to you too. Oha to you. I would show y'all pictures of his haircut, but unfortunately, we're in a true crime community that we can't do that because people are crazy, people are freaks, and I refuse to show my children. Saying that though, I mean, I was really proud of his haircut, and he woke up this morning. And he went down the bus kind of with confidence, and usually we give him a fade like I get, but tried to do something new. I can at least I guess I can show you a picture of how I cut it, but not him. Oh, I wanted to thank y'all too while I find this. Thank y'all for listening to me the other day when I was telling you about my life. I hope that helps somebody out there. I got a lot of great comments, and that's all that matters. I don't care what anybody else says. I don't, people were like, people were like, don't, people, we don't want to hear about you. I'm like, you know what? It's not about me. It's not about that person. It's not about that, smart aleck in the comments. It's about the person that can take something from, the life that I went through. Because I'm sure there's many people out there that have had it way worse than I have, or even not as bad, that can say, look, if he can do it, maybe I can. And, I felt that in my heart to tell that the other night. And I thought it went well. Let's see. Oh man, might as well just do it on here. Screw it. All right. Let that load real quick. What on earth? Here it is right here. Yeah, so I did his hair like this. Let me share my screen for you. This one over here, kinda. Maybe there's a better version of it. Let's see. Yeah, more like this one actually. That's how I did it, and I wish I could show you because that's pretty accurate right there. He was proud of it. That are grown and let them wear their hair. Yeah, look, we let him grow it for a long time, and it was you are getting your backbone and thick skin, Cam. It's sad, but you need to protect yours. What do you mean? I've seen that though. I've seen people saying I need a thick skin. Look, just because I talk about it doesn't mean that it bothers me. I talk about it sometimes because you know how many months we went through this. We didn't say a word to anybody, and I mean we were under a lot of attacks, and yeah, finally people get fed up, get sick of it. So we just I brought some of the stuff up. That doesn't mean that I care about what this chat says. And if I address somebody, I enjoy kind of making them look dumb. I invited a lot of people over to this channel to talk case facts because I wanted to show you guys um, who's spreading misinformation and who's not. A lot of that person the other night was the only one who accepted my invitation. A lot of them have denied it because you only get one time of not getting it right. Um, it's not fair. It's not fair. People that do this and need to take it seriously. If you're not going to do true crime to its fullest, then do drama, do this, do that, go take it somewhere else. Don't run around spreading people's, things that aren't true about uh, these cases and dynamics of these cases. There's a big thing that bothered me. People were like, nobody's sick. The other day we were talking about how one person said there was feces and all this over all over the Wells house. She didn't know that, and so the argument back was in the comments was, um, nobody said there was the floor was covered and there was this carpet made out of feces. She changed it to toilet paper and this, and I was like, that's still hearsay from somebody else. We don't. I don't know how to fix it, man. These kids deserve better. I'm not gonna sit here and ever talk about the boys and their living situation because that's not fair. They got to watch this, and regardless of what people, the careers that are going around spreading this, they say, well, it's not hurting the boys, it's about Don and Candace. No, they watch it. Best believe they can see it, and people in their school, wherever they're at, are watching it, and those boys will get made fun of because kids are mean. Best believe that they are very mean. Oh, thank you, Terry. Thank you. Hey, microwave Craig. Hello. Did you read my comment on? It's Beach Girl. Donna Helton. We did read that, and I didn't know. Yeah, is that who you're talking about? It's Beach Girl that Allison has been worried about. I don't know who that is, but yeah, we did read it. Stitching between true crime. You haven't missed much. So I'll recap just a little bit. I'm not going to go over all that with Richard Timothy Honaker's case, but I will tell you that uh, one of the family members reached out to me yesterday and told me that the investigators went asking who cracking cases were to the wife of Richard and said that tried to tell her that on that live stream we did with the family that the wife was getting bashed by us, and she said no. The wife said no, I wasn't. Um, she said I watched it already. That's not what happened at all. Well, then he put a potential suspect's name out there, and I don't know how they did that because I think I, from what I remember them saying, it was put on the death certificate. It was cause of death was impact to the head and torso, and they said a fall. I don't know if they can open that up again or not. Marry the. Oh my gosh, that's awful. Bashing an elderly woman. Yeah, they are, Kelly Gibson. Adults are mean. So, but yeah, we were very proud of that. When I heard that we're kind of rattling some cages over there, and so Tazewell County is a county in Southwest Virginia, and it is very small. It is a very small town, and you know, you just please go watch those lives we did, and most definitely the one with the family. And if you're not familiar with the case, watch the ones leading up to it, please, and it will kind of explain the whole dynamics of his case. Okay, so I got another text last night. This is another good thing. So I shared Chris from First to Deploy's information the other night because he was going to pick up the RV that was donated to him. So he had it. He sent me a text last night and he said, I got it. And he said he was on his way back and to tell everybody thank you. I told him to send me. I'm going to see if I can get him right now. So, I mean, it's amazing. Good things are happening. And I would rather be doing things like this. And, that right there is what makes a difference, guys. Y'all got that RV. The people that donated for him to be able to go to South Carolina and pick it up, and the woman who donated the RV on our channel to him back last year, she donated a whole RV for his mobile command unit. He'll be able to put his computers and everything in his drones in there, and it'll be like a mobile office for him. It's amazing, and that's gonna help potentially, and I hope that it does save missing people or bring peace to a family that has not had answers for a long time. There he is. Yeah, he said he will send. So that's another little bit of good news. What happened to Robin? Seems like she fell off there. You talking about Miss Robin from the church? Summer Sabbath day teacher? But okay. He said to give him like 39 minutes, but I told him, I was like, if not, I will post the pictures in the community section just to show you guys. Thank you so much. She's trying to live her life. Yeah, she got away from this case too. What is that noise? Hold on 1 second. It sounded like one of the cats destroyed the kitchen in there, and I know that they're the only ones in there, so that's scary. I was like, what is that? The woman Jessica. Yeah, I saw that, but I'm not paying attention to that stuff. I will tell you this. What I know about Grandma Candy, about to say Grandmother Candace, Grandma Candy, is she does not want any part of YouTube whatsoever. And I don't know the whole details of that last night, but from what I know of her, she doesn't want to talk to anybody involved with YouTube, anything. Now, if somebody is going behind her back and talking to people from YouTube, she finds out, then there's probably she wouldn't even give us an interview, anything. And I got along well with her till the very end. That's the one person I felt like I kind of could speak to on a decent level when we were going up to the property. That's the person I could talk to and ask questions to and get more of an answer from. And I don't know. I don't know what's going on with all that. From if that answered what you just asked me. Okay, he said he was going to go out and grab some pictures. All right, so I don't know how to do this right here. So what I did today, what I was working on for summer, I found some. Now that I'm getting ready to talk about it, I don't know if it's wise. Okay, so I was going over Google Maps. Oh, wow. Okay. Hold on, he sent them to me. Let me do this real quick. I'm going to upload this. So, all right. So what I did, I was going over Google Maps and I was marking out places that would be good search areas, because I don't know what law enforcement's doing, but I don't want to give up. Between going in between these two local cases, maybe we can just keeping some boots on the ground, because things are getting ready to work out where I'm going to be able to be over there more often, because it's just things in our personal life are getting ready to work out. And the kids are going to be able to they're going to have an after school program, and then when schools lets out, so we're going to be able to be doing some searches more often, and I'm excited about this. So I was putting together some things, and I don't know if I should give locations yet, because people will go crazy with it, and that's what happens usually. But let me upload these pictures and I'll continue. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do 30 things at once with the migraine. Okay. Yeah, this is wow, this thing is nice, man. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to give out locations. So, but what I found was the best way I can say it without giving out location. These glasses look like a Snapchat feature. Oh, they're pretty nice, aren't they? And they're the pugs from the gas station. Let me pull these up while we're talking. So I found more places, where that mountain, that lead up into that mountain, and I found more areas, and I'm thinking about the best way to maybe explain this and maybe show something, maybe show one of them, and I'll give you an idea of what I'm talking about here. Okay, let me share my screen real quick on this, and then we'll do the next thing. All right. So this is the RV that he was donated. This is Chris from First to Deploy. Last year when we did a live with Gene Robinson, it's still in our video section. Everything we've ever done is uh, a subscriber donated this RV to Chris from First to Deploy for his mobile command unit. I mean, it is very nice. This is so he'll be able to do whatever he wants with. Put his desk. He's going to be able to put big screen TVs on the wall for to be able to see the drones and what they're surveilling. And that is quite nice. That is big. Yeah, that was donated to him out of somebody's heart. And then the other night, you guys, he asked if I wouldn't mind to put his information out to see if somebody would help him be able to go pick it up. Chris works a very modest job. Um, he's hoping that once he gets everything, his business, his drone business became a 501c3 last year, and he's just slowly moving up, taking step by step. But he helped work on the first initial search and with EquiSearch to help run his technology, his drone technology to help find Summer. He also was involved with us when when the second initial search happened. That's where we were hitting those same locations. That's where our plans were going to be, and we felt really validated because we were on the same area that law enforcement ended. We had actually scheduled our search for the weekend after the 30th, November 30th. So what day of the week was November 30th? It was either just a few days. It was just a few days after that we were supposed to go out there, and we were going to hit those same areas. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's validation right there." That's what okay. Yeah, Stardust. Look, what you're saying right here is exactly what I've been doing, what I've been working on. So I will show. So let me think. I guess I will show. All right, I'm gonna share this. I'm gonna show this one, and this is an area I've already showed before. Let me go over here and fix this real quick. And let me zoom in on this. Where's my mouse? All right. So this one here is where let me okay. So this area right here, this is Fire Tower Road. Excuse me. Misinformation, not all searches of it. Yeah, and this I've already went over this, and people have talked about. I'm gonna get the reason I've waited. I was gonna go over there and film it earlier, but the reason I've waited on this is because I wanted to be able to go over there and actually not just drive through, but actually search this area. Anybody we can drive through, but I mean, if I'm gonna go over there, I don't care. I'm gonna look and do my best to help find her. So this, wow, why does it keep doing that? This is Fire Tower Road, okay? This runs up halfway up Chimney Top Mountain, okay? Now, this might, if that doesn't seem familiar to you, Fields Road and Bell Road might. So I've already had it confirmed that these two, this road connects to this road, even though it doesn't show it on Google Maps. Okay. Now, if to give you a better idea, Bell Road is this close to Ben Hill Road. And there's a path that cuts all the way through here. You know, from Ben Hill Road. And this is where, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I was in the wrong area. There's a path that cuts all the way through here. This is where a scent dog had alerted. This is now this ain't fact. This is from the property owner. He was part of the first initial search, and we searched his property, and he allowed us to. So this area here is where a dog allegedly alerted on summer scent also. This path cuts back through here, brings you out to Bell Road. This is where that third initial search was, that were this where they brought dogs in, that happened this year in 2022. Fields Road here connects to Fire Tower Road, goes completely over the mountain, Chimney Top Mountain, and it connects to here. You might be wondering why that's significant, okay? And people want to say that we don't look into everything. Well, I'll show you why. This is significant right here. That Fire Tower Road comes out, and that's one of the, this is the shortcut on the way from Don's work at the Meadows where he was working. This was a shortcut to make it, this goes all the way over, and he could get to Beach Creek that way. So it actually is a shorter route. I think it took him 32 minutes, I believe. Let me see. Let me clear those coordinates right there. I'll show you exactly where it is. Let that load. Okay, it's Geraldstown. Let me find it right. Okay, so here's Jonesboro right here. Okay, so Jonesboro. Let me do this right here. Be easier. Okay, this is going to show the route and the time it takes. So that's a 37-minute route that it takes to get there. From Jonesboro, the Meadows is right over here. But let me zoom in here. You see what I'm saying? So that's actually the shortcut. Now, I kind of tried to give you a visual. I'm gonna quit sharing that because I don't want to put out all my search information. But so how far is Bays Mountain from Ben Hill? If you keep following Beach Creek out, Bays Mountain is on that route. It's not very far at all. By car. Where's Summer? 1-800-TBI Fine. That's what I picked, was by car. 37 minutes from the Meadows to 110 Ben Hill Road. That's all, and that's back roads. That's not interstate driving. So that's a route. So people that want to say we're not looking into Don, I look into everything. Looking into every route, any way possible that maybe could took another route that would have got there the same amount of time. Look into him. You have to. So just because I don't share everything, it doesn't mean now I've found some other locations where that could happen. What I'm talking about, where it doesn't show on the map. So I'm going to be working on some stuff, and I'm really going to be trying to work hard on this, and I'm going to turn over everything. I'm going to give if we find, this is the thing though, if we find a good enough area, you can give that to EquiSearch, and they have to have a certain a place, an area with a certain amount of I can't remember the exact, if it's amount of, if it's a uh, so many square miles or what, how they do it. But they have to have before they come in, they want an area that's been recon, that has some, so much of an area before they come in and look into things, and have evidence that maybe, shows that there's a potential, there's some kind of potential that something might be found, because you don't want to waste their time. Drone Diva, I already have. Thank you. I'm not gonna put that up there, but I got you. I already have. That's why I said I'm not gonna share it all, but I've been on top of that one. Criteria, Oha to you. Yeah, but I'm talking about square miles, and there has to be some kind of a higher percentage that something, could be located, or there's evidence that, somebody's been in and out. There's a lot to it. I heard a lot about Bays Mountain. So Bays Mountain, guys, I'll tell you about Bays Mountain is a park that has a what's it called, planetarium or something like that, and they have timber wolves. It's more of a place that a lot of families go to. So it's not what you think it is. It's very high trafficked area. People visit there a lot. Local last, same. That's a lot of real estate out there. Yeah, they need probable cause, right? Exactly. So let me pull this back up real quick, and I want to show you what kind of. Let me clear this real quick. So let me share this again. I want to show you just how much terrain there is. Okay, and if you followed us before, I've showed it on Google Earth, and it gives it a lot more justice than what Google Maps does. But Google Maps is easier to use when you're not wanting to wait for it to load. Yeah, I don't want to show my stuff. So, okay. This doesn't look like a lot, okay? I have a lot of stuff pinned on this map, and I don't really want to show it, but so these are just, okay, this is Beach Creek Road. If you let me pull, this is Ben Hill Road, and this is Summers House. So this is Beach Creek Road. These are just little, this all is the terrain that people are looking at. All this. So if I put a dot here, and I say measure the distance, hold on. So I put a dot there. Lord have mercy. All right, there we go. And I measured the distance to, we'll just say here. That's 4.59 kilometers of just mountain. And that's just a straight line. That's not giving you all the hills and mountainous terrain and elevations and all that. So if that, that's pretty much going to show you this, it's all just barren. And then you got all these little side roads that cut way deep into the mountain. I mean, it is a lot of area to search. And if you haven't, people say, you can see it from people driving through and whatnot. It does not give it justice. I promise you. Till you get out there and you stand in between those mountains and you look up and you say, she could be anywhere. It really is. I need to start showing. I thought about filming some of where I live too, and just showing you how steep and how mountainous the terrain is here. It's the Appalachian Mountains. Now, people said the Rocky Mountain. Yes, they're steeper, but we are. Just come here. Come here and visit, and you'll see what we mean. Comrie Heather, thank you so much. I appreciate it. So there's been a lot, Brandy Gray. We've been talking about a lot. Sorry you just got here. You probably gonna have to do some replay game. Talked about Richard Honaker's case and how law enforcement. We've been rattling some cages over here talking about him. They they went and asked about this channel and asking the wife some things. So I went over that. Go back and listen to that. We went over and showed pictures of first to deploy. He finally got his RV. Thanks to you guys. We went over to the true crime community. Yeah, it's bad. Yeah, look, we've been out there many times, and I can tell you where it was that I found that campsite. I almost got turned around 3 times. I mean, I got nervous because I got lost, and at the tip top of that mountain over there, and on the spine of that ridge, with all the trees falling, everything looks the same. And if it wasn't for me being able to find a barbed wire fence and follow follow it down, it could have been bad. So I know, Drone Diva, I have permission for some private properties, and I have some resources to get those permissions if we find new places that were on private property. Because I'm not gonna, despite what that woman said on my channel the other day, public property is public property. Now, law enforcement can advise against it, and I didn't even get to talk about that. So I'm gonna have to pull this map up again to show. So I want to show y'all. Y'all want to get an idea of how the counties are, just how close and how many. I've told you can stand in one place and have each one of your limbs in a different county. So I want to show you that real quick, and this is the last time I'm going to pull this up. But so that woman said, "Oh, law enforcement said you can't search or blah blah blah," and I said, "Yeah, but that was Hawkins County." And it's none of her business. I don't have to explain to her anything. She's trying to hear what she wants to hear and cause problems. And I proved that the other night. Sorry for your luck. Don't be so hate filled inside. Okay. So basically, let me find where it. All right, so let me. Okay, so Light Hollow Road is Sullivan County. Summers House is Hawkins County. So here's Light Hollow Road, and here's Summers. So that's so there's already a county that where the counties change. All right, some of the other. Let me scroll out here a little bit. Some of the search areas that she was referring to that we were supposedly not listening to law enforcement on was out in this area, which would be Greene County. This is on the other side of the mountain here. Okay. I didn't even see that. Hold on a second, guys. I just saw something that I hadn't seen. Okay, never mind. So Old Blair's Gap Road there. and Gum Springs Road runs all the way from Horton Highway. So all this Fall Branch and all that, that's there. You're in Greene County, and then you can go to Washington County, which is where Dawn was. So there, I mean, it doesn't take very long whatsoever to be in a different county. And so when you're searching for her, that's, when we first went and searched, when law enforcement in Hawkins County said that you couldn't search in on areas unless you had permission from private property owners, we just went to the next county over and went on public land that way. I stayed on the side of the roads, looking off the side of the road. We had the app OnX Hunt. If you haven't heard of that, it tells you your GPS and that where you're crossing into people's private property. That way you don't go over it. Very good tool when you're doing search and rescue stuff. I picked up a lot. That way it keeps you out of trouble and keeps you off people's land that you're not supposed to be. It tells you where the city's land is. Pretty much interstate and trying to think. So when you're under an underpass, so up here is federal, interstate's federal. You go under the underpass. So there's a lot to know. That if you go out and just in your own backyard, pull that app out, and it'll tell you. You'll learn so much from it. Oh my gosh, my head is busting. I'm trying to think fast and lay down extra strength Tylenol or Motrin. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get this done. There are fire towers up there. Yeah, kitty cats. We done went over that. That was actually one of the roads that we were talking about, and it shows that it doesn't connect. But it does. And look, I'm not going to talk about much, because if you followed us for any amount of time, you know that we don't share a lot. We're probably the worst YouTubers in that aspect, because I don't want to give out anything, because when you give out information like that, if there is, because law enforcement has not ruled out abduction, they said they have no evidence of it. It's not ruled out. But I'm saying if you get on here and you share information of searches and stuff like that, then they can go to certain areas and say, think, well, people have already searched there, and they can dispose of evidence or do, God knows what. So that's, a big reason to be careful. There's a lot that goes into it. Thank you, Brandy Gray. And you know that we always have. We always have. The only thing, I still have a phone full and what's the thing called I got? It's it saves everything off my phone, backs it up. Not a USB drive, but something else. It's got like a terabyte on it. I have that full of footage that I've never shown before, because I don't want to do anything to hurt this case. Anyway, so before I finish this, I'm going to keep this right about an hour or something. I'm going to, while other people tell me to get an ice bag. I'll make it. Yeah, well, here, I'll show it to you. I don't know what, I can't think right now. Oh, yeah, there it is. iDisk drive, this thing right here. Oh, it's not even going to show it. I don't know why it's blending in. Well, that thing right there. It's kind of like a USB, but it plugs in one side to a USB. It's called a iDisk. And as we move forward and things, maybe if they start talking about more things, we'll be able to share more things, and I can show more things. Don can get out as early as August, but he has to complete a rehab too before his sentence is complete. Now, whether he's taking substance abuse counseling inside the jail, I don't know. They should, every jail that I have been in the past, or where I had to go be incarcerated. They offered substance abuse counseling or classes, and what's it called? They have a name for it. Anyway, it's the same thing. They offer that, and they give you credits while you take it in there. Hey, what's up, Mr. Positive? Y'all pray for me that this migraine goes away today. Tiger Balm. Never heard of that. When we get off here, I'm going to pray for Stardust Mom, pray for Mr. Positive, pray for my family, pray for Summer's family, pray for the true crime community, that these people will put their differences in this fighting and stuff aside. It causes people to not get along with anybody, and you can't work with, and that's okay with me. I can find stuff to do with my time than fight with people. I do still stand by my guns, and I asked those same creators that I offered out to come on my panel to please do, because I'm tired of the misinformation, and I don't know. Okay, so I know that they're planning on a vigil in front of the sheriff's department. It's a good thought, but we know of who's been, the channels that have been named and stuff, and I would go to that, and I would put differences aside, but I don't want to. I'm not going to go and be a part of something that is going to potentially cause any more issues with law enforcement, or piss them off any more than yeah, I know who it is. I know it's Betty. But and then I heard that it was a convoy going out to Ben Hill after that. I mean, that defeats the purpose. And she said, just to let them know that we're not going to let them forget about Summers. They're not going to forget about it, and they know that the more people that are coming in here and causing the misinformation, that it's defeating the purpose. If you're coming here and you're making up stuff and you call law enforcement, you specifically said, I don't care what it is, I just wish they would get locked up for something. That's causing problems. And then you just gave away what you've been doing to the lead detective over Summers' case. We're not going to get nowhere like that. That's just going to get them to look down on every social media account. I'm sorry, my channel wasn't mentioned again, and I've been trying to, handle things as by the book as possible. Chapters, thank you. Yeah, that's true. The missing, escape, and officer. Oh, cool. Cool, Kate. Yeah, I don't know. I got mixed feelings about that. Let's speak on one with Agent Keeley. Okay, did I read that right? What now? Kate? What'd she say? I would go to the vigil that Cam and Allie were part of. Look, we even talked about that. We were planning on maybe putting together a vigil, but I'm not going to do it in law enforcement's parking lot. Yeah, that's you're going over there and poking the bear, regardless if it's peaceful or not. Let them do their thing, and let's put one together somewhere out of their parking lot. They know that they're not going to forget about it. There's too many people that are going to continue to talk about it. And I'm not speaking ill against her at all. I'm just saying, the more that we come, the humane society, and saying the dog this and dog that, and then a healthy dog walks down the driveway while you're pleading your case, and so many people still follow blindly, and they saw a dog with a shiny coat and everything. I'm like, come on. That's so far, there's a child missing, and people have made it about the whales, made it about the dogs. And yes, they're not right. They've not done perfect. But damn, there's a little girl missing. It's not about them. Then we can focus on them. You know what I mean? The what needs to be worried about is Summer doesn't need to get lost in this because everybody's worried about. I don't care. I just want them arrested for something. Well, if they found uh, the more resources that can be put towards finding her and locating her, and not going and looking at investigating dogs and this and that, when the Humane Society has said over and over, look, we've taken care of them, and they have. People have chose to say, oh, because they said it, that they're just covering for the whales. They're trying to push their narrative. I'm not pushing the whales narrative. I'm not pushing anything for them. I'm pushing trying to find Summer. I'm pushing trying to be fair. Before there's evidence put forward, there's none. So people are making it up and putting it out as fact, and then that causes us to go down this road instead of going straight towards Summer. Everything veers off, and then it takes months and months to come in a big wide circle to get back to her. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I don't care what people say about me. They can kick rocks and go fight with somebody who cares to hear about that mess. It ain't about that. Let's do something that matters. Let's, as a community, if you're starting a channel, cover the cases in your backyard, just like we've tried to do. There's so many in my state. I know they're in everybody's state. And, let's make a difference for the ones that don't get the media attention, like Summers. We covered a few of those through this, and people say, oh, you only talk about Summer. No, we've covered quite a few cases since we've started this. Thank you. And we're going to continue to. And because we've seen what it can do. We've seen Tegan's dad was in Alaska, and then Tegan lives right past Knoxville, and man, my brain is not thinking right, but it's a county not very far from Hawkins County, and he called our channel because Web Sleuths referred him to us, and we through him we talked about some information that local law enforcement did not know about Tegan's mother and stepfather, which initially led to finding Tegan and the arrest happening of his parents for child abuse. And there was people that were harboring adults that were harboring Tegan that got in trouble too, but still, that's the difference we can make. And then Lexi Dykes, I've talked about it a lot, but still, she called in on our platform. For her to even pick our platform that early on, it meant a lot to us. And then I'm not even going over what law enforcement told us on that. Maybe it was just a mistake. I feel like that, if we got that kind of response, this is one thing I will say. If we got that kind of response from dispatch that they don't call or bother their investigators after hours and on weekends, that maybe the dispatch call that to 911 maybe wasn't what it was either. Maybe that's why they're not releasing it. Maybe it didn't say they were running. I'm speculating here. I'm just thinking maybe why they haven't let that part be released yet. I don't see Candace saying she's going for a run and then thinking she can play that off, because since everybody wants to think she's a mastermind, do you really think that woman is going to say she was out running and think people are going to believe her? Because if people are going to call her, I'm telling you, I just don't see mastermind there. We've went over that many times, and before I get hey, I'm not going to tell nobody who to sub and unsub to. Look, I want y'all to watch as many people as you can, be a part, like who you like, be a part of, that's what it's about. I mean, use your discernment, use judgment. But yeah, I'm not going to be one that sits there and tells anybody what to do. I'm just going to say be very careful and don't take my word for it. Don't take that creator or that person's word for it. Do your own research. Look into it. Fact check it. That's all I've asked from the beginning. Please fact check it. Fact check it if I've told you, because I promise. If I'm going to come on here, I got more integrity than to lie to you, and if with to potentially because people, if why would I lie to you if people can fact check it and say otherwise? Now, there's been a few instances where people say, "Oh no, this didn't happen because they said this and that." Well, I can tell you, I was out there when certain things happened on searches and stuff, and I can tell you that certain things didn't happen in certain times that I've claimed. Now, why it was said that way, I don't know, but it was. Yeah, right. When I say I'm going to run the search, she said she went on a run though, didn't she? And then they said something to the effect that it was. There's like 3 or 4 different stories. My head is about to explode. I'm about to be done. Yeah, I believe that too. I believe that. I also called a different county that's very close. I called Sullivan County Dispatch about something, and if y'all heard me that when I did that, and I asked about certain things why I had him on the phone, I was dealing with another issue, but even when I called and asked information from that dispatcher, by the time I got off the phone, they said, "Yeah, I'll have an officer call you so you can go get your belongings." I said, "I never said I had belongings at any location during that phone call," and that's just how quickly that how or not how quickly, but how easy it is for them to mishear or not understand what somebody's saying. They're human too. They make mistakes. Law enforcement's human. They make mistakes. That's why, we can't. That's why, check it once, check it twice, check it 3 times, check it 4 times, because nobody's perfect. That's why I think that regardless of how good you are at what you do, everything needs to be looked into, because an investigator might say, "Well, I don't necessarily think that it would be this way," and then go in this direction and look at something. Well, 3 years later, another investigator picks up that case because they hasn't had any information or it's went cold, and they go look in that direction where that first investigator said, "Well, he didn't feel like anything was there," and they find something. So if that makes sense. Well, I mean, it could have been like go for a run, but I mean, unless she said, I even thought about this, did they go off? Did she take off? I'm not gonna say anything else about that because I'm gonna make sure I am on point with that before I start talking about it. Candace or Dawn probably said she went to her mother, and maybe they didn't know she lived 20 feet away. That is a huge, yeah, possible. That's true. Little Feather, how are you doing? Thank you, Sassner. Look, I'm going to ask for y'all right now. If you don't care, it's the only thing I ask for you. Hit that like button before we get off here. I would greatly appreciate it. There's 426 people in here. That's all I ask from you guys. I don't ask for anything else. So, that's all. And leave that touch DNA on that, and I greatly appreciate it. Thank you, Yo Bubs. I appreciate it. Yeah, and see, there's that's something too. Washington County, Tennessee, when Don first initially called 911, when he called 911 from his cell phone, where he was in Washington County in Jonesboro, Tennessee, they had to reroute that 911 call from Washington County to Hawkins County. If people don't already know that, that's 100% how that works. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Exactly. It was contradicted like 4 times. I don't know if that will ever get released because that will be bad publicity on that on law enforcement. They're not going to have that. Guys, I'm going to get off here in just a minute. Did y'all like that I found with the with the card team and that information that we went over the other day? I thought it was good. Basically, my 3 healers, when we talk down here, if we say that we're going to run, we don't say we're going to go on a run. We say we're going to run out town real quick. That's how it's said where I'm at, and I know it's said down there. I'm gonna run out to the store. We're gonna run out to the Walmart or whatever. that's how it's said. Now that, but that, I don't think it would be that far misinterpreted. Hash brown, thank you guys. Hey, look, this one wasn't as good as usual. I just talked to y'all more than anything, but it was good updates, I thought. Trying to think of anything else before I get off here. Me and Allie will probably be live tonight when she gets home together. Yeah, run into town or something. Or run. I think it's a lot different though than saying going. She said she had rode out to look or rode out to look for and just got back, or but that's not what was said. It was, I even thought that maybe she had, ran around she could have said, I ran around looking for her and couldn't find her, something like that. I don't know, but not a jog, not going on no jog and not going down. That's not what happened. I don't feel like that. Mr. Positive, thank you. Why are you wearing sunglasses? Look, I've went over this since the beginning. I did have them down here like this. It's because I have a migraine. And I had to take my ring light and turn it down. And I usually keep sunglasses on my head on many lives. I keep them in my hat and stuff because I'm in and out from outside all day long. Yeah, run next door, mean to walk tomorrow. Yeah, dispatchers did say 2 different things, so that's a big thing. What is that noise? Hold on a second. Oh, man. Hello? You like this brightness? Okay. I didn't think she ran down the road. Oh, they're cool. Where'd I get them? They're those pugs from the gas station. I love those glasses. They're actually pretty nice. That's my thing, though. I like sunglasses. These are probably my favorite right here. They got wooden arms on them, like bamboo. These are pugs, too. That's my thing, though. I like sunglasses. You like this brightness? Yeah, I think it looks good too. It's good color. I found the one that I'm going to keep it on. Yeah, I do use it, but I turned it down. It's not as bad as it was. Here's thunder or something outside. I don't know what's going on out there. I think that's it. I think I'm done. Anything else anybody want to bring up or got a question about before I go? It's 1:41. Do they have a lot of cameras in that area? Nope. Do they have a lot of cameras in that area? I'm shocked nobody has. What now? Coke forward with a ring cam, etc. Or maybe they have. What's that mean? Did I read that wrong? Okay, yeah, I'll keep it down like that. It does look better, don't it? Yeah, it's 1:42 here. Is Grandma on the property? From what I heard, that she left on, it was last Sunday or the Sunday right before, not this past Sunday, Sunday before last. Come, not Coke, stupid phone. Okay, I got you. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. Look, and I always try to be. Thank y'all for being as cool as you are. The ones that look, like I said before, I pay attention. I know who's the real deal and who's ride or die and who's not. And I know who talks smack behind her back, and it does that. I just don't say nothing. But we appreciate the ones of you guys who are real, and we appreciate every single one of you, regardless. Maybe this takes people a little longer to warm up to us than not. People, a lot of people took people's word for it for a long time about us. We've been the same from the get go, and I promise you, I'll be the same always. It's the best that we can do for y'all. That's our duty to you guys, is to be that way. Hope you feel better, Cam. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. I don't know Bama Cat. I don't know if she's back up there or not. I'm from South Carolina, where that happened. Where what happened? Did I see Jody Sue when I was at what point? I was out there a lot. So I will say this before we go. Hold on, if you don't leave yet. Okay. So when we first went out there to film the trails on the Wells property in August of 2021, or July or August, I can't remember. Don't quote me on dates. Whenever it was when we filmed the trails out there last year, we had already heard through the grapevine about the alleged scream, and I asked if we could go up there and talk to her, to Jody Sue, and this was way before she talked on YouTube or anything, and we were told that she said that YouTubers have ruined her life or whatnot, and that was way before any of the stuff started, before she went out on any channel, talked on any channel, before she started her own channel, any of that. And then all that stuff happened with those other creators, and the one with the billboard had started all his problems, and she had some uh, not accurate information about thinking. So we had reached out to her, and we were trying to talk to her before those other people or anybody had got got to her, and I was just going to have an interview with her. But then all that craziness happened, and there was the fake FBI agents, all that stuff, and I was like, I don't want no part of that. So it was just a big mess, and then there's all that. I'm really glad that I wasn't a part of that stuff. So, uh, this is more heartache. So, then law enforcement comes out and says that the scream's unfounded. Uh, I will give her that. I don't see how how law enforcement can say that three people didn't hear what they heard. I also know that there is drug activity out there, and law enforcement said there wasn't. Local law enforcement said there wasn't, when there is for 100%. There's a lot of things that are crazy about this case, guys. There's a lot, and there's a lot of questions that need to be answered. And I don't believe that Summer has. And I'll be real with you. I don't believe Summer's got 100% from the people that are supposed to, owe her that. I don't think she has. And I just pray that things will change and more new eyes or something can come in on this. But I don't know what's going to happen, guys. Anyway, have y'all meet Jody in person? If so, is she the same person as Warner? I've not met her. That's another show for another time that we'll talk about all that. I tried to get along with her, and it's always after we kind of like make amends. I always hear that it's the same thing with Candace and them. It's like you get 2 steps ahead, and then you're always hearing like from through the grapevine that this person's mad at you, or this person said this, or it's just stupid. It's not about that. It's not about what he said, she said. It's about, let's get the damn truth out here to find Summer. That's what it's about. And let's not, talking in riddles or whatnot. If we're going to talk and get it out. If it's potentially can help find her, put it out there to law enforcement, especially. It's not about the riddles. It's not about this. It's not about that. It's about, let's get information out there. I'm done, or I'm going to freaking throw up. How's Allie's mom all doing? She's okay. She's really kind of loopy, but we talk. Yeah, I just hope that everything's gonna happen good. She's supposed to have her surgery this coming up week. She's in good hands. Her doctor didn't want to do her surgery and then have to leave to go to a conference, so he postponed it till he gets back. That way he's the only doctor that knows her complete care, so everything's gonna be good with that. All right, guys, I'm done. And I'm sorry that I get upset about this. It's too much. It's gotten to another level. Let's pray that things will happen. Y'all ready? Let's pray out of this one. Dear God, thank you for what you do. We lift up Stardust and her mom. Lord, if her mother had a stroke, we ask that you just heal her. We ask that you put a peace in her daughter's heart and just let her be filled with the knowing, and let her have faith that you will you can do all things, and you are the main physician, Heavenly Father. Lord, I ask that you look out for my family and through all the heartache we've had over the past little bit with my grandmother passing, and then Allie's grandmother having this terrible news with the brain tumor. Lord, we are fluid, whichever it may be. We ask for the lesser of the two evils, and we ask that something can be done, and Lord, that you heal her, and let not right now be the time that she is called to heaven, but if it is, Lord, that's your will, and you know better than we do. Sometimes we get aggravated when we want things done on our time, when it definitely should be always on your time. You are perfect. You're the Alpha and Omega. You're the first and last, Lord, and every hair on our head, and the reasons that everything happens. And Lord, we don't understand why children go missing, and we don't have answers to it, Lord, but we know that you can turn whatever the enemy uses for bad and make it good and make it into something that we could never imagine it being. Lord, we ask that answers come forward in these cases. We ask for a hedge of protection around these children, around Summer, around Michael Vaughn, around all the missing in the United States. Even if they're adults, Lord, let there be peace in their hearts. Let these evil people be brought to justice, and let answers come forward. Let law enforcement evolve with, with the convicts and with the people, these terrible people that cause, hurt people or traffic people or would bring harm against children, Lord. We ask that let law enforcement evolve just like the criminals are evolving all the time. We can't stay stagnant, just like in our faith. We can't stay stagnant, Heavenly Father. Lord, we ask that you touch people, right where they need it, Heavenly Father. Bless them right where they're at. We ask that you heal them, even if they're not asking for healing, Lord. You know everything before we even do. Just let us be proactive, Heavenly Father. And we thank you for Mr. Positive. We ask that you put healing in his life. Thank you for him being a mod on this channel. Thank you for all the mods on this channel. Thank you for all the subscribers that are here with us and that continue to follow us every week. Lord, let us keep a good attitude and focus on what matters, not the drama in the true crime community. We ask that you cleanse it too, God. Get all the hate and all the craziness out of the way, and let's focus on what matters. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. That's all I got, guys. That was a good one. I felt that one, man. God's moving, I'm telling you that. Woo! Let me see, guys, if I missed anything. Okay, guys. Amen, amen, amen. All right, guys. I guess that's it. I'm trying to think if I'm missing anything, if I wanted to show y'all anything. I had something. Nope, that's it. All right, remember, at the end of the day, everybody wants justice, but justice doesn't have to be carried out with hate. Show somebody you love them. Tell them you love them. Do something kind for one another today. Let's stop with the accusations and pointing fingers at each other. Let's love one another and let's get along. This fighting's got to stop. Do something good for your brothers and sisters in Christ. We'll catch you next time. God bless. Peace.